So in this video, I'm here with Rico and we'll be teaching you how to style your shoes to your outfit. So I'm here today in Savile Row in bespoke shoemaker Gaziano and Girling with senior client advisor Rico, and we're looking at how to style shoes. Now, Savile Row is very famous for tailoring and for making suits, and I have customers who'll be purchasing their suits here and other people will coming in. Yep. They generally buy their suit first and look for a pair of shoes to match.
Typically that's the order. I think that once you establish the formality of what you'll be wearing and also perhaps even the cut of it,
sure,
the main occupation of space is fulfilled and the shoes remain. So that's a nice finishing touch to complete an outfit.
You do have a huge range of colours and finishes and styles to choose from here, whereas I remember the menswear trade was much limited. Well, we never think it was limited, but we just never had the options that someone like Gaziano and Girling affords us. It was black Oxfords, brown suede, brogues and loafers, maybe a monk strap. And it was in a very limited colour palette. A simple rule I would tell to my customers, and I think it's quite a well-known sort of rule of thumb of matching your shoes, is obviously your socks.
Yes.
Good quality long socks is a must. If you're not confident dressing, plain socks are never wrong. Mm-hmm. I don't dislike patterned socks.
Yeah, they're tricky to get right.
They're tricky to get right. So a good quality plain coloured sock, and matching your sock colour to your trousers or your suit colour, is better than matching it to your shoe.
I would agree.
Particularly if you're wearing a loafer where you want to get that shape of the shoe to come across.
Yes, there's quite an obvious divide of colour and texture between a sock and a shoe. So allowing that line to continue from the sock into the shoe can disrupt it, but allowing it to be divided and for the trouser and the sock to be continuous, I think, is a much more elegant way. But
the third way, again, obviously I'm not expecting customers to wear dark red suits, so it's quite sophisticated to match your sock colour, not to your trousers or to your shoe, but to another part of your wardrobe. Today I'm wearing, with like a Glen check trouser and some brown shoes, a navy sock, which obviously complements my blazer. I've actually got some samples, suitings on fabrics that we've previously worked together on, which I'd like to share with you, and we'll just show how we do outfit building with the shoe as the anchor and how it reflects into all other accessories, including pocket squares. So to illustrate how I style an outfit with shoes, I've got some elements to share with you to show you my thought process. The fabric here is a stunning Huntsman house tweed, which is it's beautiful and really strong and
iconic.
Iconic, absolutely. A much overused word, but I think in this case it's well used. And I brought this back to you last year for my client.
Yes, that's right.
And we were putting together some shoes, and then the obvious colour would have been the red. Yeah. And red is a very classic English shoe colour. But actually, I think it was your suggestion to push us towards the dark blue.
Dark blue, yeah.
Which, I mean, it still go with red shoes, but I think the dark blue just looked so smart.
I think the secondary colour in the tweed is the dark blue.
Yeah.
Or maybe the tertiary because of the grey, but you know, it's still bold enough.
The grey's very neutral, the cream is very elegant.
Yes.
The red's obvious, but actually the navy plays second fiddle to the red, and I think it looks more sophisticated in the shoe.
And I think that, you know, a blue shoe is just as versatile away from this outfit as it is with this outfit.
Yeah,
so it works very well to pair with it.
Absolutely. But again, if you put a navy sock with that, I think you would have killed it.
Yeah.
Red would have been a bit of fun, but actually, and red socks would be great fun, and I love a pair of red socks, but I actually really like picking out the green in this tweed, because there is actually a very subtle green highlight on the red, so I'd have put the navy shoe, the green sock, and that tweed. I think it just really brings it all together, very sophisticated well, but it doesn't scream. No. I think one of the things we're very careful of is that suit is a hero.
It is a hero, yeah, completely.
It doesn't need to have any bells or whistles added to it.
Yeah.
But you don't also want to make the mistake, and I often see this with bolder tweeds, where everyone goes, I've got a tweed with a red overcheck, and everything's red. So you get the red tie, the red hanky, the red sock, the red braces.
It's very safe to do that.
Yeah, and it does look a little bit like you're not confident wearing this suit. So I would say you're nothing screaming.
No.
Everything balanced, nice texture, and I just think the combination of navy and green on the shoe, you wouldn't scream at it. You know, you'd see the suit first, but when he sits down, when the gentleman sits down, you see it. You just think that's a nice touch of the green.
Completely. Also, you know, this is a suit, but as a sports jacket,
Oh yeah.
could work.
Oh,
with
no,
a
certainly.
pair of jeans, you know.
Some jeans.
the same
Again,
concept.
I think if jeans, I'd be inclined to go for a red shoe.
Yes, I would agree with you.
I think
would
if you go
agree
for
with
blue jeans, then the red shoe would come onto its own perfectly, because then the red and the shoe would just really pop for each other.
Broken
when
up
they're
with
when
the
they're
denim.
together, I go towards blue, but red would look fantastic too.
Yes, yeah.
For the shirt, as it's tweed, rather than going for the classic sort of tattersall sort of country check shirt, just beautiful Emma Willis cotton cashmere material.
Yeah.
Just lovely and soft.
Yeah.
Which just goes, and it's got that warmth which really combines well with tweed.
Completely.
And then a navy tie in the classic Rampion Co. Shantung. I think it's just such a great combination, and it's far away from the shoe, not to be too matchy,
Yeah.
but brings the whole outfit together.
Yeah.
And then the red of the check, which is a dominant colour, we just have a little nod to, with the edge white pocket square, which is quite a formal sort of pocket square for a tweed. But I think with the context of all the different patterns, I think that is very, very elegant.
And textures.
And textures,
Because
so yeah.
you've got a mix of a tweed with a sort of cotton cashmere, a slubby silk, and the texture of linen, and they all harmonise because they're very discreet within an overall look.
So I think this is a very elegant, sophisticated combination with greens and reds and all the different colours in there. So, but nothing is fighting for attention away from what would be quite a bold suit.
Agreed.
So Rico, here's another fabric we've worked together on,
Yep.
same client in fact, and it is a beautiful Fox Brothers flannel, which is probably one of the best flannels in the world. It's certainly,
I would
it's certainly
agree
in
with
the top three.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
It's a Glen check, which also is a great cloth for a flannel. It's got a lot of texture to it. It's got a beautiful over check, which is a sky blue.
Yep.
You could actually, we were just talking off camera a minute ago, we were saying that actually, in this fabric here, you could probably go with any shoe on the table.
Yes, yeah, I don't disagree.
But the one I had to go to, which is just so English and just for me the perfect shoe for a Prince Royals check in the flannel, is that. I just love that combination. That is so old school, proper English style. I love it. The sock, again, brown socks would look awful. I would say a safe bet would be a navy sock. I think that's really smart. But we don't have a sample here, but as I'm presenting this, I think a yellow sock would look great with it in the spring.
Okay. I was going to say a sky blue.
Yeah, or sky blue.
I know that you...
I think sky blue is a bit pedestrian with the overcheck, and a bit obvious, and it doesn't really allow for the sky blue of the shirt. But I think yellow, I do love that combination of just yellow socks and tobacco suede. I just love that combination.
Okay, that's quite interesting.
It's just a favourite combination, but I think that's a great combination. So can we put that in the centre here? And then I would say for the shirt, a little bit of pattern, a little blue Bengal.
Yep.
A classic Madder medallion tie. And then, as I was saying earlier about bringing the shoe into the outfit, this beautiful pocket square that's got like a tan border in the chest pocket would just harmonise with the shoe. So no one's going to look at you and say it's matching shoes and pocket square, but it just brings the whole outfit together. I think that is a really smart, elegant, for a day at the races perhaps.
I would agree with you.
I can imagine that with a very nice sort of soft felt hat.
Yes, yeah.
But looking at some of the other combinations on the table, probably the two trickier ones would have been the black might look a bit formal.
A little, very, very casual, textured.
Yeah, this is to Rico what we call very casual. To me, the more challenging one would have been the green. So again, what I would have done is probably stick with the navy sock to break it up, but perhaps put a little bit of green into my tie or the pocket square to make it look a bit more considered.
Yeah.
And black, what are your thoughts on putting it with a black shoe?
I think that definitely grounds it a bit in terms of its formality. You do have the black in the houndstooth and then the sort of overchecks there, so that could be something that you could work with. But I think you then need to keep the rest of the outfit very clean and simple, so limit the textures and the colours.
Maybe like a knit tie.
Maybe a navy grenadine or something.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Something simple.
I'd possibly take your suggestion of maybe doing the sky blue sock with that. That could be quite interesting.
Yes.
Maybe a paler sock.
That would then also work, yeah.
So our final cloth is a Lessers grey Sharkskin in their Golden Bale selection. So it's a very toppy, really well set, old-fashioned British cloth. Very, very versatile, from formal to dressed up smart.
Yep.
And Rico's going to talk us through his selection because this is very much his taste. So talk me through it.
Absolutely. This is something I feel within the realm of being able to explain to you. So, I mean, a very simple combination is a mid-grey with a light blue shirt in a poplin. Very classic. Can't really go wrong. I then think to add a bit of character, a burgundy houndstooth tie just takes away a bit of that plainness and brightens everything up a little bit. To complement the shirt, a nice geometric pattern in blue as well. Again, adds a bit of texture and character and depth.
Similar
to the
patterns,
outfit.
but I think the colours are different enough for it to work visually.
Yeah, because the scales are similar, but yeah, as you say.
Yeah, sure. And shoes?
And shoes, I'm a big fan of the side gusset shoe we have here in a burgundy patina.
With the blacks in it?
With a black in
Yeah,
it,
no, this was really interesting because, you talk us through it.
Yeah, I think that one of my personal favourite pairings is a mid-grey with a burgundy patina shoe.
And a black sock.
And a black sock.
So I'm going to have to concede that you do need black socks. I think I've probably on record for saying you don't need black socks, they don't go with anything, it's a better option. But this just looks on the money.
Yeah.
With the charcoal or the mid-grey suit, the ready black shoe, and the black sock is just like an anchor, and it's just, it works. So, see, sometimes I'm wrong. Not often.
I mean, pairing a pretty formal work outfit, it's got a daytime, nothing too formal about it. But
this
is
a very elegant, dressed up business look. Maybe if you've got a presentation or an interview or you just want to look the business, this is it. And I think the black sock adds that gravitas.
Yes, completely. Again, just adds a bit of an enigma to everything, and harmonises with the black in the patina. The toe is darker than the rest of the body, and with the monochromatic look of the grey. But everything is very sleek and very elegant and perfect for the daytime.
No, certainly. I think if you're going to swap out, if you're even more conservative, you could swap out the dark red black patina to the same style shoe in the black.
Yes, yeah.
In which case I would introduce a dark blood red sock.
Yeah, I would agree.
So we've actually got a second look for the grey Sharkskin. Rico, what was your idea?
Yeah, so the idea being the grey Sharkskin is being made up as a three-piece.
Three-piece with a very dramatic Joe Morgan peak lapel.
So quite a power
Quite a
statement.
strong look there.
Losing the waistcoat for the evening and the tie would be a perfect way of carrying that same suit into the night event, be it at a bar or a restaurant, something a bit more fun. Cocktail look, exactly. Changing the shoes and the shirt and even the pocket square would have a completely different aesthetic from the daytime. So I thought you could introduce a bit of fun in the shirt.
So they've got a really lovely, that's a term that's a house patterns, like a really bold Glen check, which is lovely. And you've got the really bold red check in it.
And you have a bold red check over it, which would be mirrored in the shoe.
Which is
also as bold, if not more, an alligator patina shoe. So
it's beautiful. I mean, it's a brave shoe.
It's a brave shoe.
Confident shoe.
It's a confident shoe, but to harmonise with the boldness of the tailoring, I think something like that would be a perfect match.
With a navy sock.
I think a navy sock.
Yeah, I love that. It's a great combination.
Yeah.
And you made that really interesting comment a moment ago about the laceless shoe and no tie. I love that.
Yeah, so the idea is, for me, losing the tie and adding a slip-on shoe like this, it has no laces. I've always felt if you're tying something up here, you should be tying something down there.
I love that. I probably do that subconsciously.
Yeah.
When I'm styling or dressing myself.
Yep.
If I don't do many tightless looks, it's a difficult territory. But I would be inclined to wear more of a loafer or a Chelsea boot. And if I'm wearing lace-up Oxfords or Derbies, I tend to feel that a tie is more balanced. So that you have eloquently put into words. So this is a really lovely cocktail look.
Yes.
With the navy sock, the grey suit, the bold shirt with the red that just harmonises with the shoe, and then just a very simple evening dark navy plain silk pocket square.
And another point that I would like to mention is when looking at the swatches here for scale, the suit is going to be
yeah, for sure.
As you say, the entire outfit.
The smallest swatch is the largest element. Yeah.
Exactly.
Which again, we're used to. I'm a stylist. I'm used to sort of visualising things, and it can be off-putting. And also, you must remember when you're looking at these shoes and these more unusual coloured shoes, is that they're on the floor. They are anchored.
They're a few feet further away when you're wearing them than they are when you're looking at them.
So don't be afraid of maybe introducing, once you've got your classics, introducing some of these bolder colours. So this is an indulgent shoe.
Completely. It's a bit of fun and certainly a lift from the standard calf leather that we see everywhere.
Certainly. I think that's a great look, and how to take a very elegant suit and give it two very strong looks. I look forward for the client to trying those out. So in summary, I'm suggesting once you have your classic rotation, probably a black, a brown, maybe a suede, just to consider bringing some colour into your shoe wardrobe, like a navy, maybe a green. If you're a nervous dresser, I don't know how you feel about this, Rico, sometimes a suede is an easier way of introducing colour than calf.
Yeah, I think the fact it's a matted material means that the light absorbs into it rather than being completely reflective. And
so something like a blue suede loafer might be an easier way of introducing colour than perhaps a red alligator hole cut. Well, I really enjoyed that, Rico. Thank you for letting us use your fine shop.
Pleasure. It's insightful for me as well to get your opinion and to share it with those as well.
And I hope we've inspired some people out there to try something a little bit different in their shoe rotation.
Yeah.
As always, please put your comments and questions below and hit that subscribe button.